Okay, boys. So in this video, we're going to be talking about infographics because today I want you to make an infographic on the environmental issue you've been researching or you've shown an interest in. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about what an infographic is. So here's the definition. I'm going to read it and then we're going to go through the highlighted portions of it. So an infographic is a collection of imagery, charts, and minimal text that gives an easy to understand overview of a topic. So what that means is an infographic is a combination of pictures, of charts, which are like graphs or pictograms or histograms like we've discussed before, and minimal text. There's not a whole lot of writing. And all of this is meant to come together to help communicate an easy to understand idea about a topic. Okay, so you've got your topic, which is going to be the environmental issue you're looking into, and you're going to use as little text as possible. Still going to use text. You're going to use images and you're going to use charts and graphs and all of that to try and communicate the seriousness of your topic. Okay, boys? So, examples. Let's take a quick look at some examples. This is what an infographic is. If we take a look over here, we've got a pie chart over here. We've got some statistics. We've got different colors and pictures working together to tell us some information. This information is creative activities in particular cities in Canada, and you can actually take a look at this website. I've linked it on these slides. Here's another one. These are the different cognitive or different types of learning styles. Here they are with an image, a little bit of text, and it's just simple. It catches your eye. You want to read it. So these are examples of infographics. Let's see if I find another one. Here we go. This is what a company would give you if you go to them and ask them to explain how their marketing system works. So they'll lay this out and go, well, this, to help your company advertise with us, it'll take so many weeks to do this, so many weeks to do this, and they're showing it to you in a visual, easy to understand way. So infographics are great for that. They're also great in explaining. Let's talk about yawning. So here's the mystery of yawning, an infographic about yawning and the fact that we don't know why we do it. Here is a quick introduction, a little bit of text, a nice image of somebody yawning, explanation of how to pronounce it. Then we go about all the theories down here with different images as to why people think we yawn. And then finally a section at the end, what happens when we yawn, with little images, a little bit of text. But that's what an infographic is. It's us using pictures, a little bit of text, and graphs and pictograms and pictures to get a whole lot of information through in a very simple, eye-catching way. All right? So those are some examples for us. Present this again. Okay, so hopefully you're able to have some idea of what a pictograph is, and you have some idea of an example of them. Please go to these slides and look at these examples over here. Okay, click on that, and take you to a website. The website we were on with a whole lot more examples than what I gave you. Okay, boys? After that, what I want you to know is what you're creating. So you know that you're creating an infographic, but you're creating an infographic about the sustainability issue that you chose and have done a little bit of research on. You did at the end of about 2 weeks back, you did a little bit of research on it, whether it's wildlife or whether it's plastic or recycling or composting or whatever it may be. I want you to create an infographic on it, okay? And a basic infographic. These are the basics. This is what you need to have at a minimum. I expect you to go over this, but every infographic should, the bare minimum of a specific topic. So what I mean by that, if you're doing plastic, I don't want you to just say, oh, my infographic is about plastic. I want you to tell me it's about single-use plastic, or it's about recycling plastic, or it's about plastic in the oceans, or plastic and sea life. It's about something specific. It's not just about plastic in general, but it's aimed at explaining a specific problem. If you're doing recycling, you're talking about why recycling is good, or the challenges to recycling, or how we need to recycle, or what we need to recycle, or what we shouldn't recycle. Those are specific things. So you've got your issue. I'd like you to narrow it down to one thing, and that's what your infographics are going to be around, one specific idea, okay? And in that infographic, you need to have that specific idea with at least 2 statistics about it, which are numbers, percentages, or something, just basically 2 facts with numbers to convey your information. And 2 statements, 2 sentences, 2 facts about it, okay? That's it. So there's the bare minimum of what you need. You also need to make a connection to an Earth hero. Remember we did those diagrams, those pictures with Miss Bird? I'd like you to make a connection to an earth hero, someone who has made progress in your issue, in your area. If it's in single-use plastic, I think there's a Max Werr found this woman, Irene Rudolph, I think, Rudolph or something like that. But that's an earth hero. She's made huge strides in helping people understand the problem of single-use plastics. So you find your earth hero and you make a specific connection to them. Okay? So this is the basic information. That's what you need, bare minimum. So this is what you first aim to get. After this, I want you to add other stuff. Make it a little more exciting. Add some histograms or pictograms or graphs if you haven't already to really drive home what you're trying to say. I want you to end with a challenge because people at the school are going to see it. We want to put these up around school so kids can see it and teachers can see it. And I want you guys to end off with a challenge for the teachers and for the students to go like, how can they improve their lives to help this issue, to help make the world better? Okay, so have a question in there for them, like, what are you doing to help recycle? Are you contributing to single-use plastics? Are you buying products that help the wildlife or not? Okay, so I want a challenge or an end question for the readers of this, okay? And what I'd also like you to try and do, if you can, is make a connection to wet pumps or to Cape Town or to South Africa. Why is the issue you're talking about important to us here? How is it connected to us as South Africans or us as Cape Townians or us as students and teachers at wet pumps, okay? All right, so that's the content. Please go crazy with it. Do the best you can. Not the bare minimum, do the best you can. All right? Design is the next thing. Not only has it got to have good information, but it's got to look good. Okay? So, make it look good. Look at it. It should be nice to look at. We're going to hang it up around the school. I'd like people to go, what's that? I want to read that. Okay? Have it be eye-catching. All right? It mustn't be too busy. It mustn't just have a whole lot of stuff crammed into it that's too busy for somebody to read. But it must be simple and draw you in. Okay? It should have a simple background, not a whole lot of pictures and craziness, but it should catch somebody's eye. Use complementary colors. If you don't know what that is, ask a teacher or ask one of the more artistic students in the class. And once you're done, ask a teacher or a friend to look at it and ask them, does it look good? Because usually we can tell if something's nice or something's not. And if they can give you some feedback to help you, that's fantastic. Okay, so you're creating an infographic. You know the bare minimum of what you need for it. You know how you can go over and above and put in more information, more pictures, make it better. And now you know that these are the bare minimum for good design. Okay, I want it to look good. Okay, last thing. What is the point of this project? Because project-based learning, we don't just want you to create infographics about sustainability. We actually want you to learn skills as a part of this project. So the objectives are, I want you to be able to communicate through infographics. This is a skill that you could use in high school and after high school to communicate the idea you have, the information and why it's important. So that's one of the goals. So as you're working ahead of it, go like, am I actually doing a good job of communicating this information? Or am I just putting it on a page? All right, that's number one. I also want you to be able to learn how to use new technologies. So you're going to be using Lucid Press, which is an application connected to your Google Drive. I'll show you how to access it in a moment. And then I want you to be able to develop your graphic design abilities, as in using computers and digital technology to make something look good. Okay, it's a really good skill, and it's a skill a lot of people struggle with. Okay, if you have this skill, you've got a foot in the door already. It's really going to help you if you can present yourself well online or with digital technology. Okay, boys. I mean, those of you who care so much about TikTok or Instagram or all those social medias, that's all it is. It's about using a technology to make something look good. All right. In those, it's generally video and so on, but graphic design, that applies to it as well. It's using the technology in front of you to convey some information and make it look good. Okay. So those are the objectives of this project. You're going to be using Lucid Press. If you use Lucid Press, what you do is you go to your Google Drive, you click over here where it says New. This drops down. You scroll all the way down to More. You scroll over down to this thing, Lucid Press. It's got this cyan color or bluish color, greenish color over here. Click on that. All right, there. It'll open this up. And what I'd like you to do is you can just create a new document. My documents, you can create a new one. But what I recommend is using a template. So you click in this search bar over here and you type in infographic. And there you go. Infographics over there. Just click on that one. And these are all the templates for infographics that they give you. So you can start with this. If you think you can use this one here, you click on it, you click preview. Well, there we go. And then once you're ready, you say use template and it will create this as an example and you can edit and fiddle with it. And as to how you use it, that's up to you. That's one of the skills. I want you to be able to solve this problem. How do you use LucidPress? If you have no idea, it's time to teach yourself. Okay, boys? Yeah, good luck. If you have any questions, there are teachers in the class to help you. Have a great day. Cheers.